this journey we will find our souls begin to intertwine. Your heart of gold, so pure, divine, and I lost myself.
What's up, everyone? Mystic Mike here with Behind the BS, Behind the Broadcasting Software, and today's guest is Luigi NYC. How you doing today, Luigi?
Good, and yourself?
I'm doing excellent. What I'll get to do first is get you to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your streaming and whatnot.
Sure. Hello, everybody. My name is Luigi NYC. For those of you that do know me, I am the community manager for iMixer. But for those of you that not, I am a variety mixer. A variety streamer on Mix, I would say. I've started since November. I made this move from Twitch, but I do tend to focus on different types of games, but mostly RPGs, MMOs, and everything in between. Just looking for content to have my audience interact with me as we just explore different stuff. But other than that, offer a safe space for people to be themselves, and that's pretty much it for it.
Awesome, I love it, dude. Luigi is a member of iMixer as well, like you said, the community manager, which is an awesome community that we're both part of, which is where we met as well. Hands down the best. Throw that little plug in there for iMixer. Check them out, mixer.com/iMixer.
They're awesome.
And we'll get going into the very first question. It's kind of my go-to one. What is your favorite go-to order at your favorite local restaurant?
Oh my, Taco Bell oh my God. The chalupa box, the best thing ever.
That chalupa box. What comes in the chalupa box?
2 chalupas, 1 hard taco, drink of your choice for $5.99. Can't go wrong.
Nice. I don't think I've ever. I haven't had Taco Bell in a long time.
Oof.
So I don't think I've seen that yet. I'll have to stop by one of these days and let them know that Luigi sent me.
You should. Don't say my name. Just order yourself. They'll be like, who's Luigi?
No. I gotta plug you, get you in there. Maybe we can get Taco Bell to sponsor you.
Oh my, that'd be nice.
Yes. This stream brought to you by Taco Bell. Get the chalupa box today. Luigi recommended.
Eat like a man.
Eat like a man. I love it. Next question. It's kind of a fun one. Where'd it go here? Oh, if you could have any superpower, what would it be and how would you use it?
Wow. That's a pretty interesting question.
Yes. We got some fun ones. They're not all stream related.
Superpowers would probably be time control.
Yes.
Because 1, I'm really awful with time management. 2, I'm late at almost everything in real life, and it sucks. So if I could have like time travel, rewind everything, and just come early to everything, super dope.
Yep.
Time control is a plus.
It'd be perfect too for even in our industry because someone else has said this once before too, where it's so hard to watch everyone that we meet on Mixer. Where it'd be so awesome to be able to just pause time and then be able, like, for everyone else, but except for say like you, and then I could watch you. They go, okay, start time now for this person. I'll watch this person now, and not only that, but like you said, being on time for everything would be, because that's my biggest pet peeve. Is I like to be on time. Like my biggest saying, and I got it from the military, is if you're 5 minutes early, you're 10 minutes late. We got to be 15 minutes early all the time, and it's not easy with a wife.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
She knows my pain though. I think sometimes she does it on purpose. I think anyway.
Wife's not the boss. Can't do nothing about that.
No, that is so true. Yeah, they happy wife, happy life, or I heard, what's the one I heard recently? Happy spouse, happy house.
Exactly.
Yeah.
True words could never been spoken.
Yeah. Next question is kind of a fun one. When it comes to streaming, we know trolls, negativity, it's bound to happen. What do you do when confronted with such things? And what advice would you give to others to help them get over that?
The way that I approach negativity is just speak to them as I'm streaming, letting them know how would it feel like if they were on my side of it.
Yeah.
And even though they might respond to you with even more negativity, again, you have to focus on yourself and your brand while you're streaming, right? So if the negativity is happening while you're presenting your product, keep a positive frame of mind.
Yeah.
Words are just words at the end, right? But sometimes words do get to you, as I've been through that.
Yes.
But I try my best to just like kill them with kindness. And if they don't listen, you know, be like, hey, man, this is my point of view. I understand when you did it, but this is how I feel about it. So next time you want to come down and do that, think because we're all human here. We all be the same color, and words do hurt.
Yep.
But if they don't, they don't listen, let's have them with the band.
Yep.
Boom.
Hands down. Try to give them a chance because you never know. It could be just them they had a bad day and they just want to try to take it out on someone else to make them feel better. When in reality, all they really want is someone to pay attention to them.
Yep. 9 times out of 10 will always be that.
Yep. No, I love it, dude. I love it. And you're such a positive dude too. Like just within, I might not talk very much in the iMixer Discord, but I'm always lurking in there. I'm always reading what everyone's saying, and I'm always reading what you're doing and how positive you're being, one, for the community and also within your streams as well. Cause I'm a huge lurker. I have like the lurk mode on so I can jump in and out of streams and just right now, the last week's been a little bit busy with the family down and stuff, but normally I'm like, I got like four windows open watching like so many people and just, I don't know, it's when I watch you, you're always so like uplifting. I guess is the easiest way to say it.
I try to. I mean, I like to relate to everybody.
Yes.
Like I come from a household where everybody's treated equally, right? So when I press live, it's like going live to my family every day. So I think, what will be the best way to share moments with my family, my internet family, my community, and just be myself and just treat people like I treat people at home. Open house, have some fun, just be yourselves, but most important.
So true. I love it. And you can tell you're being like, you're genuine when you're on stream. Even you can tell you're genuine even just with the way you talk in Discord, which is kind of hard to pick up sometimes, but you can I can tell definitely that you're a genuine person.
Thank you.
And I love it.
It's
hard to find. Next question we'll move into, it's kind of a fun one too. What are some off-stream hobbies that you do and how did you get into them?
Reading comics. One, I love that. I've been basically where we live. I mean, even where I live now, it's a lot of violence, gang activity, and stuff like that. Yep. So I picked up a hobby reading comics when I was little, just to stay away from the negativity from the outside world. When I got introduced to gaming, that was another hobby that I picked up. My mom, God bless her, because she's my mom and my dad, so she's a super parent. So she gave me my first console, my Sega Genesis. She was like, "All right, this is your activity. It's a weekend. I want you to beat this game. If you beat it on the such and such days, I'll give you another game." And then she just kept feeding me game after game after game. And then like when it came to like Super Nintendo, and it just went gradually up to a PlayStation and stuff like that. That's how we share moments here in my house. We just play games with each other here. It's awesome.
Oh, wow, I love it. That's such an awesome bond too to have with your parents or like with your mom and whatnot. Which kind of brings me into Well, I'll let you continue.
Yeah, my mom's 66 and she plays Anthem, Destiny, all that stuff.
No way.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I don't even think my dad would know how to play one of the new games nowadays. He's big on like I remember growing up like Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers, like playing all those games. Like that's what got me into gaming, which kind of leads into the next question, which you pretty much answered, because it was going to be basically who got you into gaming, and I'm guessing it was your mother.
Yeah, my mom.
No, that is awesome. And mothers can be like the unsung hero, because I don't know the whole situation, but I know like my mom basically raised me, my brother and sister for like the last, I was just graduating high school at the time. Well, no, I would have been still in high school. I would have been about grade 9 or 10 when things went bad between my parents. So basically she raised me, my brother and sister, who were 5 and 4 years younger than me. And mothers are they're the unsung heroes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I can remember her working 2 jobs and trying to get us up for school and whatnot. And it's not easy. Not easy.
It's not. I mean, when we're young, we don't realize it. You know what I'm saying? Like we think their parents are major douchebags, right? Yep. But as you start growing up and you start realizing, holy crap, you know what I'm saying? Like, look all the stuff that my mother's doing for me. And then her playing 2 roles, not just one, but 2. Yep. You may admire her as a person even more.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. We'll move on to the next question. What are some goals you have with streaming that you haven't yet reached? And why do you have those goals?
Well, my goals don't pertain to numbers particularly. It's more like me facing my fears. One, I do have anxiety. Not many people know that because I'm always upbeat on my streams, but I do have it. I want to face my fears, like show my face on camera for more than 5 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Being able to be consistent with my content and not be shy. Not stray away from doing a certain thing because it's not working. I want to be sure that I stay focused, open-minded to everything, and just at least keep going the way I'm going. Don't fall into any, traps or just, bad influences. Just keep, do what I'm doing, stay focused, help my community, engage with others, and numbers will come. That's why I'm not really focused on numbers, because they come and go. It's artificial, right?
Oh, exactly.
So.
No, I love it. That's an awesome goal to have, because I know a lot of people fall victim to that trap at first too, is watching the numbers and the follow for follow trap, which I know we've been talking a lot about in iMixer lately, because it's the whole Embers for All thing. It kind of spewed it up a little bit. But I know, like for myself too, I found once I shut off the viewer count, and even the viewer list, I found like it just took such a huge weight off, and then I could focus more on like you say, the community and just streaming.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. If we become too trapped in the numbers, you can look at it every 5 minutes, and you're not going to focus on what you're presenting, right? Which is your main points, your content, and that's why I just block off the numbers myself. I don't even look at it anymore. Yep. I'm just focused on the thing. Whoever's talking, hey, what's up? Have a conversation with them, and if they enjoy my content, then my job is done. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to follow. If you enjoy what I'm giving to you, awesome. Yep. That's what's important to me.
Oh, exactly. And that's the thing too, is like when you create that community and that bond, they're going to keep coming back regardless of what you're even playing. You could be doing IRL stream with you coloring a book, and you're going to still get those people coming back. You will get those people that want to watch you just for the game you're playing. That's going to happen. They're going to come and go. But at the end of the day, if you're putting out the content, like the entertainment content, they're staying, and you create that bond, they're staying forever. You're not going to lose them.
Yep.
Next thing, what do you enjoy most about the streaming community on Mixer?
Oh my God, so many things. First, I mean, when I made the move from Twitch to Mixer, I was not expecting the positivity on day one. It was awesome. They enjoy gaming on this platform for what it is. They don't trash talk you. They don't do nothing. And here, you get your occasional trolling, but it's not that bad. But over here, they generally enjoy making connections with each other. They want to get to know you outside of your streaming. They hit you up on Twitter. They just start conversations with you on the blue just because they want to know how you're doing. Yeah. And they keep that connection going, which is super dope.
Yeah. I have to agree. Like the community is amazing on Mixer, just the positivity all around. And the people I've met, I mean, you'll get a few bad eggs, but you're going to get a few bad eggs anywhere. But I find on Mixer, it's a lot fewer. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I miss this. You barely see it.
Yeah. And I like how tight knit everyone is too, where if you do get that one negative person, word spreads fast, and that person pretty much gets shunned out and shut out really quick. Because I've seen it where I've had someone join my stream and they're just straight up like, to the point where I have to ban them. And for me, it takes a lot sometimes to ban someone like that. You basically have to insult my family or drop some racist stuff. And you're other than that, like you come in just like, oh, this game sucks. I'll ask you why. I don't care. I'll try to talk to you, kind of same as you. Like I'll talk to you first, get to know you. And I found doing that and then going into someone else's stream and then seeing that guy there, I'll whisper to the streamer and be like, hey, just keep an eye out on this guy. This is what he did earlier today. Just to kind of
I do the same thing.
Yeah, and word spreads so fast that the trolls get shut down so quick. And I love that Mixer is so quick to shut them down when you do report them. Like you see within like minutes, their account is suspended or straight up banned. I've seen.
Yeah, and the partners help you here. Like in this platform, partners help you. I cannot stress the importance of having genuine connections with partners. Like the information it could give you from as a person conversation is limitless. All you have to do is just don't use them. Just have genuine conversations with them, and you could have a great friendship and great advice if you need it.
Yeah, 100%. I found like when I first came here too, like I felt so nervous to talk to partners just because I wasn't sure. I didn't want to give off that vibe that, like I'm using them or trying to ride their coattails. And I found myself holding back and only talking to other like streamers around my follower count, I guess you could say.
Yeah, me too at first.
Yeah. And then I found like, as I got going, partners were reaching out to me and like, hey, have you thought about trying this? Have you done? And I'm just like, oh my God, I'm like, is this normal? Like, I'm not used to this. Like I'm used to like, I'm used to like the military where they got your back until they want to get promoted kind of thing. And then it's kind of like shove you to the side and then they get the promotion and then they got your back again. Whereas here it's like people don't care. Like everyone's willing to help everyone.
Exactly.
Yeah, I love it.
There's no numbers. Yeah, everybody's just trying to help everybody. That's it. You know, as long as you're true to yourself and you're true to other people you socialize with, you should be okay. But if you're just trying to use people as stepping stones, it's not going to go well for you.
No. And again, that's something that will spread really fast because I've seen it a few times where people have tried to use either even just use iMixer or use use partners within iMixer and then they kind of just disappear and you never really hear from them again.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a shame because the amount of resources that partners, non-partners that we have within iMixer alone that could give advice and help people is unbelievable. Like more people should be taking advantage of it.
Absolutely. Everything you guys were teaching in the panels and Discord, I applied it and it has been a much better result now than what I was doing before.
Yeah.
Super helpful information.
Oh, 100%. I wish more people would take a few seconds and read it and actually listen to it instead of just in one ear out the other ear and then go for follow because it's a shame.
It's that, it's that mindset. It's like we were having a conversation today with somebody else. Like it's the mindset on your tweet. Matter of fact, on public tweet, I was talking to one person there. I was like, it's the mindset. If you don't break away from that mindset, you're not going to notice the changes, the benefits, or anything other than that because all you see is that shortcut.
Yep. It's that instant gratification they're going for instead of the delayed gratification, which in the end is a hell of a lot better.
Exactly.
Yeah. We'll move on to the next question. What do you wish you would have known when you first started out streaming? If you could go back right now and tell yourself the things you've learned now and be like, give that advice to yourself day one before you hit that live button.
Before the hit live button.
Yeah,
okay.
For the first time.
To trust your instincts, don't always believe what other people tell you. Like, hey, join us. We're awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, streaming is easy. Just press the button. Nothing. It's not easy. I've made plenty of mistakes on my Twitch and I'm super glad that I picked up on it. Communities, they may seem awesome.
Yeah.
But I would say at least 75% of these communities out there, they don't help you. They just use you for a number.
Yeah.
And they won't tell you that. They'll give you all this like mumbo jumbo talk. Hey, we're awesome. We're a family. We do this and that. But you got to rep us. But you got to do this. But you got to do this. Yeah. At the same time, you're thinking like, what's going on here? Because you don't know. At first, you don't know that, I'll rep them. No big deal. Yeah. But then you start noticing that everybody's growing. Everybody's getting networked, but you. Like you're stuck in that quicksand. And I've been in that quicksand for far too long on Twitch. That's why I felt like, you know what? It's time for me to just revamp everything and just learn again. Learn everything once again. And I made the sacrifice, but it's worth it.
It's worth it 100%. What did bring you over to from Twitch to Mixer? What was like the final straw that made you decide to make that switch?
Well, I was playing Shadow Tomb Raider on Twitch during the month of October. And it was a hard week because my uncle and my grandma died.
Oh, no.
During that same time period. And I was just streaming to just take my mind off stuff. And then I think I had a raid from some Fortnite guy on Twitch. And they just started mass spreading hate, racism, a whole bunch of nasty stuff. I processed it. We took pictures, we snapshotted, and we sent it to Twitch staff. Twitch staff didn't do anything at all. They let that go rampant. Yeah. And then I just said, you know what? This is where I draw the line. If I'm getting this type of hate for no reason, and they're not doing nothing about it, this is my brand. I cannot let my brand be affected by this kind of stuff anymore.
Yeah.
It's not fair to me. It's not fair to my community to be, getting this on a daily basis. This is what has to stop.
Yeah. And I hear that a lot about, not to say anything bad about Twitch, but I hear a lot about that they're very lax on disciplining people sometimes, or sometimes they're very unorthodox where if something accidentally happens and it's like straight up ban, see you later, but someone could be like racist, like you said, oh, we'll give them a 2-day suspension. Once everything blows over, everything's good to go.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't hold any hate against the platform, but I just think the staff needs to have a little bit more hands-on when it comes to that kind of stuff.
Maybe they should even get more staff. Maybe they could be understaffed too, and they're just kind of going through what they can. It's hard to say.
Absolutely.
We don't know what's going on behind the scenes there, I guess.
Yep.
Next
that was
question.
my straw. Mhm.
That was your final straw to bring you over. Because you used to watch Henley a lot too, didn't you? Over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, because you used to play Final Fantasy 14 a lot.
I still do.
Oh, you still
Yeah,
do?
I still do. Yeah.
Do you still play with Henley at all, or
Mm-mm.
no?
I think I usually play. I'm way behind in content, so there's no way I'll be able to catch up in time to play with Henley. But yeah, I used to watch her do raids and stuff like that on Twitch.
Yeah, I've been watching her. I think it was last month she started doing some more Final Fantasy 14, or it might have been earlier this month too. And I wish I could get back into that game, but it's just I already pay for WoW and I play that religiously pretty much, and I can't get into another MMO right now.
I'm trying to get into WoW, to be honest. I'm liking what it has. The lore, it just brings me in.
Oh, the lore! I have like all the books, read them all like front to back more than once, and just the lore is just amazing. Like the movie, I know it didn't do very well for non-fans of WoW, but for me, the movie was amazing, and I really wish they'll make the second one because I don't know, did you see it?
The ogre fight was awesome.
Oh man, everything like when they put Thrall down the river. Like I've read that book about his history and his all his lore, and I really hope they make a Thrall movie like based on that book because that book was
awesome.
Amazing.
Yep.
Yes, I could talk WoW lore for days. Like I love that stuff.
I like stuff like that.
Yeah, I like when a game puts so much effort into the backstory of the game. It just makes it more playable.
Absolutely.
We'll move on to the next one. This is another kind of a fun one. If a genie could grant you 3 wishes right now, what would your wishes be?
Wow. One would probably be get rid of my anxiety, health, get rid of that spike immediately. 2, maybe, I don't know, more positivity in the world.
Yeah.
And 3, I guess wish my family better health all around, so that we don't have to be facing these kind of things ever again in my family. So I kind of do miss my uncle and grandma. So having the only family that I have with better health, that's cool for me. That's 3 wishes right there.
That's perfect. Not many people get the 3 wishes. I won't lie to you. A lot of people get stumped on like the first one. That's awesome though. They're all great wishes too. And a lot of them are common ones. Like that health and everything and well-being for family is usually like the number 1, number 2 wish.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Next question. Where to go here? Oh, this is kind of a fun one too. When gaming, what would you say is your favorite curse word to go to when you're like you're raging so hardcore and you're like, you know what I mean? Like when you want to just throw that controller.
I just say son of a beehole.
Son of a beehole.
I mean, that's the thing. I don't rage. I'm really passive when I play games, right?
Yeah.
I don't really rage. I think out loud. So like when I know something is pissing me off, I'm like, wait, should we do this way or approach it this way? Let's try this way. And I just start thinking out loud and I forget that I was mad.
Yeah.
So I'm not even mad half the time. I'm just saying son of a beehole just because it comes out.
Just because it comes out. I love it. Now, is that only when you're streaming or what about when you're not streaming? So
All the time.
All the time. Oh, cool. And see, that's a good habit to get into is talking all the time too when you're playing, especially for streaming. Because I found at first that was the hardest thing for me was to always be talking. So then someone was like, just do it all the time. So I started doing it all the time. And then my wife thought I was crazy. I'd be sitting there by myself in the dark talking. And she'd be like, who are you talking to? I'm like, no one. Practicing.
I do that too. I do it all the time too. Like if I can't have a general conversation with somebody, just talk about what I'm doing, the character's name, the story, the journey, what's going on in the game, the level, stuff like that. Other than that, once you start getting all that together, that's a conversation.
Exactly. Get the voices in there, a little bit of role playing. Especially for the game. Like I was a little upset when Kingdom Hearts 3 had the voiceovers for everyone because that was my favorite part of playing the first 2 was doing the voices. But at the same time, I was kind of glad because I'm like, okay, it is like 2019. They should have voiceovers. But it would be awesome if you could turn it off and just do the voices yourself.
That would have been awesome.
Yeah. Next one, it's kind of a, I don't know what you'd call this one, but what would you consider to be your deepest fear?
Mental quicksand.
Yeah.
Like being stuck in point A and not being able to get to point B no matter what you do. And the more you're trying to get to point B, the more you sink.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. That's what happens to me mostly all the time when I have anxiety. And it's a sucky feeling.
But it is, yeah. No, I can relate with you there 100%. It's because once you start sinking, there's not much that can pull you out once you get to that certain depth where there's no turning back.
And then the more you try, it's like the more exits you're trying to find, the more doors is closed. Like all the doors, you feel like all doors are closed. You know how many solutions you're trying to find, and you're crazy. And then you're like, "What the heck is going on?" And yep.
No, I get that. I can relate to you there 100%. Most people know my backstory with PTSD and anxiety and whatnot. So
yeah,
that's one thing that, and I like too that you jumped on board too with the whole mental health charity drive we did this past month. And
oh yeah,
I know, like I
was in 100% from the beginning. I was like, no way, I'm missing this one.
No, it's perfect, and I love it too because it's sad to see some people don't jump in on them, and I'm like, it's something that I feel like a lot of streamers do suffer from. Like, there's a lot of streamers that have some sort of anxiety issues, and I think it'd be great if we all rallied together and at least
you shouldn't be afraid. Don't be afraid. That's because if the more you're afraid, the more you're going to behold yourself, and the more you're going to just doubt yourself. And then I decided to do it because one, I suffer from it. So what better way to talk about my mental disability than helping others with this event, so people could be aware that there's a lot of us out there who are streamers who have this stuff.
And that's where the whole thing comes in when I'm like, I wanted to call it hashtag break the stigma, because it is, even though it's 2019, it's still a huge stigma. People look at mental illness as a weakness, when in reality it's not really a weakness. I mean,
nope.
It takes a lot of strength to talk. I mean, it took me almost 8-9 years before I went for help, and I'm so happy I did. And even just finding streaming now has propelled it even more now. Like, it's just everyone, my doctors, my wife, everyone notices such a huge change in my temperament and everything just since I started streaming. And
it's such an awesome release. Right?
100%. Just the people you meet too, because now there's so many of us that are on the same page pretty much. It's like that camaraderie where we can talk to each other and not have to worry about that stigma, because we're all on one level or another suffering from the same type of things, or maybe not the same root, but at least we're all there kind
of.
Yeah, if that
it definitely helped me too. I mean, I used to be very reserved. Like, I only speak to people when I was spoken to, and then that's it. But then all the streaming, everything that's been going on lately, the way I'm speaking to people, when I'm upbeat, when I'm presenting stuff with confidence and I'm consistent, all that stuff, it applies.
Yeah.
If you have confidence in yourself and you're proud of who you are, despite of your flaws, you should be good. Like, there's nothing that's going to stop you if you're confident in yourself.
Oh, exactly. Yeah. No, 100%. Next question. It's kind of a throwback one almost. If I was to ask you at age 5 what you wanted to be when you grew up, what would you have said?
Police officer.
Police officer. I've heard that a couple times now. Do you have family in the police force, or you had family in the police force?
Yeah, I got a brother who's in the domestic abuse department. I got another brother in Arizona who's a correctional officer. And then myself, I just passed the interview today for the asset protection. So
nice.
we're all doing some sort of law here.
Congratulations, man. I remember you talking about it before. That's why as soon as you said it, I was like, oh, wait, I'm pretty sure he has family in that general occupation.
Yeah.
That is awesome. So you're basically, you're going to almost pursue that then, or something similar to it.
I mean, because of my anxiety, I can't be out on the field. But they have me speaking with clients. Basically, what I'm going to be doing is planning different solutions to escorting problems and stuff like that. So it keeps me occupied, and I'm out in the field, so I'm okay with that.
No, that's perfect, though. And that should be good, too, for just your personality and everything as well. Like, you should do really well at that. Next question. What are 3 things you value most about a person? Like, what are 3 things you look for in a person?
Humility, honesty, and positivity. Those 3. I feel like if you could be humble with somebody, and that means you understand where they're from and you understand them, you can make a genuine connection off humility itself. If you're honest, you don't have to lie. Everybody's on an even keel. Yeah. And if you're positive, they're positive, and that just makes it prosper.
Yep. That's perfect. 'Cause positivity it spreads. Like, it spreads a little slower than negativity. I find negativity spreads a lot quicker. I don't know why.
But the roots are stronger.
The roots are stronger, yeah, and positivity. Love it. Next question. If you were to have a memoir written today, what would the title of that memoir be?
Believe that you can and will.
Love it. No, it suits your personality so well. I love it.
Because I've been told that I can't all my life, and I'm still here saying I can and I will.
Yep. No, I love it. Love it, dude. I love I can't get over the positivity. Like, it's so awesome. Next question. What are some roadblocks you've ran into along the way, and how did you overcome them? And this can be either with streaming or with personal life as well.
Well, roadblocks on the real life side, just, ethnicity, race, stuff like that, but that's everywhere.
Yeah.
Streaming side would be most likely because I don't have certain equipment, I can't be seen as an equal. Or because I don't present myself with a camera, I can't be seen as an equal to this such and such person. So most opportunities have been closed to me because of that. But I think that's crap, because you don't need to have the best equipment in the world to present what you got. I mean, I feel that I present awesome content to the people who come by and watch. So it's not about having the equipment. It's about believing in what you have and presenting it with the best of your ability. And I think that should determine whether you get opportunities or not your numbers or how you are on this site or who you compared it to with this person. It's what you got to offer. That's what should determine stuff like that. But that's a stigma that's going around the streaming world too. If you don't have certain stuff, they ain't gonna mess with you. And that kind of sucks. There's pretty awesome people out here with no equipment.
Yep. And that's the thing too, like I know we tried pushing that not too long ago on one of the partner panels, that like you don't need a webcam. You don't even really need a mic. As long as you're engaging with your community, even if it's just you have to put the remote down for a second, type something really quick to say, hey, what's going on? How's it going? Sorry, I don't have a mic, or sorry, I don't have a camera, or this is how I communicate. As long as you're communicating and engaging, that's all that should matter. And there are partners, like there's a few partners that don't even have cameras. Like they just straight up just kind of do like you do. They just have a microphone and they play the game. No fancy overlays, no nothing. And I mean, they're doing good. They're doing all right.
Yep. Again, I always say content should be a basic representation of yourself.
Yep. 100%. And I think that's something a lot of people get lost in. They look more at the fancy stuff and go and they want, oh, I got to have this, got to have that, got to do this, got to have all the fancy overlays, the big alerts popping up, this and that. And then they focus so much on that. And then you go watch their stream and you're like, oh, cool, everything looks pretty, but this guy hasn't said a word in 5 minutes. Or this guy, I said hello and he just kind of, oh, hey, what's up? And that's it. Like, no, like, hey, how's your day? What's going on with you? Blah, blah, blah. What do you think of this? Like, you can have all the fanciest gadgets in the world, but if you're not engaging, you're not getting anywhere.
Yeah, you're just a big billboard with stuff on it.
Exactly. Yeah, 100%. Next question. If you could be doing anything besides what you're doing right now, what would you do and why?
Wow. Good question. I love Overwatch. I would love to be in the competitive league. I was pretty close last year. So if I wasn't doing what I was doing, I would surely be putting 100% effort into getting back into the Overwatch open division to get to the Overwatch league. That is like my second biggest dream. Second.
What's your first biggest dream again?
My first one would probably be, achieving partner with what I have currently, like my phone and my keyboard and my really wacky computer, and stay with this equipment all the way through, so I could show people that I did it, and what that's my first dream. I know it's a little bit cocky, but I like it.
No, it's not cocky. It's confidence. Totally different. And you could do it hands down. Like I can't see why not. I mean, you put out the content, you're engaging, your positivity is amazing, and you have a great community around you. So
I love them all. They're awesome.
Yes. Back to Overwatch too. I might have to. Do you play PC or Xbox?
I play both.
Play both. Okay.
Actually, not Xbox no more because it's dead. RIP. But I do PC, PS4.
I might have to get into a few games with you because I love Overwatch, but I can never really get past that. I can never get past silver or gold. I can't remember which one. I just want to break I just want to break that once, just to be like, I made it past gold or silver. I can't remember which one I can't. I'm usually around 2,000 is usually my score.
I'm usually in PC. I'm like 2,600, and then console is just completely different. I'm 2,800 because again, it's like 30 FPS on console. It's much slower, and you could move around a little bit smoother, look at the plays. But at the PC, everything's coming at you. It's unlimited FPS, so it's kind of hard to pick up movement sometimes. But it's easier to manage.
Ooh. I'll have to see them because I did download it for PC recently, and I just haven't got on because I don't know many PC players. Most of everyone I play with is on Xbox, and I got it because I was gonna do some broadcasting for an Overwatch tournament that happened, but I didn't get
Nice.
I didn't download it in time, so I wasn't able to get in to do it, and then my wife went into labor, so I kind of really didn't get to get into it.
Yeah.
It's something I'd like to do, but I would like to just get into a PC game. So I might have to hit you up one of these days for we'll do a Overwatch.
Absolutely.
Luigi teaches Mike how to play PC Overwatch.
Oh my. Well, I mean, I'm only good with tanking and healing.
That's
Just
fine.
really bad at it.
Yeah, I love playing. I'm usually a Junkrat main, or I really love the new Symmetry rework. Like I love what they did with her. I liked her before, but I love what they did with her now. Like I play her quite a bit.
Roadhog is my homie.
Last question, really. Let me see here. I had a really good one. I need to find it again. I got a huge list of questions. I meant to have this one a little bit closer at the time. This is kind of a good one. Is there an activity that calms you, or a place or thing that makes you feel at ease when you are, say, feeling anxious or overwhelmed?
Yes, actually. I like just sitting down in front of a window, have breathing exercises, and just look outside peacefully. It could be looking at the moon at night or looking at sunset in the morning. It centers you. You calm down and just go about your daily life, or what your daily routine would may be. But for me, I like doing that. When I'm nervous, I sit down, look out the window, just look at the sky, and just have breathing exercises. It definitely helps me big time.
No, that's perfect. Do you do, have they taught you the one where you have to pick out 5 things in a room? Like 5 things you can see, 4 things you can feel, 3 things you can taste, smell, 2 things you smell.
I'm doing the color one, like identify stuff that are a certain color in my room.
Yeah,
that's the one I'm doing now. But we're like when I go to my appointments, we're learning the sense one, the touch one, and the feel one. I'm still kind of getting into that one, but I'm liking the color one a lot more because I respond to it faster.
Responsive. I'll have to give that one a try. Like my doctor usually gets me doing the that one, like the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 down. And I found like it really helps. And even like we've shown it to my wife, and there'll be days where I'll be doing something and she'll see and she'll be like, hey, quick, look at 5 things in the room, or like she'll go through it with me real quick, and then it just brings me back to the world, I guess, back to the normals, as normal
back
as possible.
Back to within the normal beat, right? It's like
exactly.
If you feel like with your anxiety, your heart's beating quick, and then when you're coming down, like you could realize your beat's going slow. You're like boom, boom, and you start synchronizing, boom, boom. Yep,
100%. No, I love it. This will actually be the last question here. I forgot about this one. If you could go back and erase anything that happened to you in the past, like one thing, what would you, and what would it be?
I wouldn't erase nothing because it defines who I am now. So if I erase something, then I can identify with it, and it wouldn't make me stronger, right? Because if you're trying to erase your past, then what are you running from?
Yeah.
If you're proud of who you are and how you got here, you shouldn't erase nothing. Let it identify you, make you stronger. Stay with it, own it.
Perfect. I love it. I love when everyone answers that, because it's so true. Like everything that happened to you to date has made you into the person you are. So you could change one little thing. It might be the worst thing that ever happened to you, but changing that may alter everything about you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah, love it. So on a throwback to that question then, someone actually threw it back to me when I asked them this question. If you could actually go 10 years in the future and talk to your future self, what would you tell your future self?
Wow, good one. To just sit down and don't go thinking that you can't do anything. Mm-hmm. Don't settle for no. Believe in yes, and just stay focused, chase it, and don't let it go. because sooner or later, good things are going to come if you stay focused, you stay on the right path. Just don't stray. Don't stick to no, just stay on the yes path.
Oh, love it. Love it. When the person threw that back in my face, I was like, oh my God, that's even better question. But I still like to ask the past one because I like to get the answers from that too. And I like that answer. So basically that's all I have. Is there anything I should have asked you that I didn't ask you, or anything else you want to talk about before we drop your links and whatnot?
Oh, no, it's fine. I'm good.
You sure?
Absolutely.
All right, too easy. Well, what I'll get you to do first then is drop any of your links, your Twitter, Insta, Mixer, anything else you want to share, and I will also get them from you after we're done recording, and then I'll link them in the description as well for everyone to click on.
Awesome. For those of you who have Twitter, my handle is @yourboyluigi. That's BOII, just in case, not BOI. My Mixer is mixer.com/Luigi_NYC, capital letters.
No,
we'll be happy to see some of you there.
With your name, is that your actual name, or how did you come up with that name?
Oh, Luigi is my actual name.
Is your actual? Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah.
And then NYC is like where I grew up, where I struggled, where I got out of my struggles. So everything around me is NYC. Like all my struggles started here. All my, up and comings here. All that stuff is me. So that's why I put NYC in it.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, I meant to ask you that a little bit ago, and then I kind of forgot about it till right now. I kind of thought it was your real name, but I wasn't 100% sure.
Oh, yeah, it's my real name.
That's perfect. All right, awesome. Well, again, thank you very much, Luigi, for hanging out today and chatting it up. And
thank you, Mike.
You have yourself a great evening.
You too, sir.
Awesome. Thank you very much, everyone, for listening. Have a good one. Later.
Latest.
This concludes Behind the BS, Behind the Broadcasting Software with Mystic Mike. Remember to subscribe, like, and leave a comment if you enjoyed this podcast or have any tips or questions for future guests or myself. Remember to email your questions for future guests or just general questions of how you could be a part of Behind the BS. Email me at behindthebs@mysticmikelive.com. Peace and love.